Now that we've kind of learned some scales, now that we've learned some chords, let's start learning some licks. So this is kind of putting everything together. So with learning bluegrass in particular, it's really important to do a lot of listening. I listened to quite a bit of bluegrass when I was just first starting to learn it. And you try to pick up the vocabulary and understanding, how it sounds like a bluegrass tune as opposed to anything else. And I think one of the things that really separates that is the melodies and the tone that everything comes out in. And you kind of start developing the vocabulary first from listening, but then going and actually learning some of the tunes. So I think what we should do is maybe just pull out, little licks here and there that you can practice, so you can kind of start building that vocabulary and getting that twang, getting that very familiar bluegrass sound. So let's take a look with a couple. This one's kind of like we'll just stay in the key of G for convenience sake. So then that way we're still learning some of the same chords and things like that. So with bluegrass, you'll hear these little licks back and forth between like the vocalist or the melody, and there'll be like these little conversations that are happening in the background. And a lot of times these little licks, they're very simple and they're very short. So like for instance, there's this one in G that I really like where you go. All that is G, walking up to B, A sharp, B, going D, right? Sounds like a bluegrass lick. So let's take a look at that again, really slow. Now one thing you'll notice is there's a little bit of a swing to the rhythm. Boom, doom, doo, doom, boo, doom, boom. Even slow, you can still hear that rhythm that gives it a little bit more character. Okay, let's try it again. G. Okay, let's try another one. So this one, we're starting up here on B. Okay, now let's try one, it's a little bit more bluesy. Okay, so let's break this one down a little bit, because this one's got kind of some interesting kind of position shifting in there. So with this one, this is the minor pentatonic with the blues, a little bit of the blues note happening in here. So I start off with the pinky, and I do a little bit of a bend. So when you're coming down, you go to G, F, D, D flat, C. There's that parallel action we talked about earlier. Going from B flat, B to G. Okay. So let's take this one really slow. So with this one, we're starting off on B flat, and then we end up on G. Again. So let's break down that little parallel section. So when you're looking at a little parallel lick like that, so we're here on the G, and then you get to that C. So what I'm doing is I'm actually rolling from the top part of my pinky to the back part of my pinky, and then going from B flat to B. Right, sounds like really classic kind of blues stuff, but all you're doing is just going from top of the pinky, back of the pinky, B flat to B, and then ending up on G. Here's the whole thing again.